Okay, let's talk today about Uwsc with dervishes, and the Dervway spike is made by two dervishes, one doom beach and one monk. So for the first ball, you have two rangers bowling it, and once it's ball, the dervish will spike. As monk, you can use some protection spell to make them not die, like the seed or the shield of absorption if you have a ritualist. And after the first ball die, you will just keep clearing the things around, like the nightmare and shit. You can skip the skeleton. You will have the skeleton coming from the left. You can skip it. And from here you will just SB the LT. But for now, let's watch the spiker point of view of the first ball. Okay, so the spiker will just wait the ball to be ready. A fact to know is that it's always better to have honor, the skills 8 of the build. It's always better to have honor to spike a ball, but you also can spike without, but this is what's happening. You die. Anyway, you get res, you spike the rest, and now EOE spot. The first ball needs an EOE, so here is the spot. Once the T2 aggro the right side, you can go there and pop EOE. That's all. Okay, after the monk SB'd the dervish, the LT dervish will bring the most aggro he can, the faster he can, and you spike it. You can do it with taking everything in one pool, but it's way more dangerous, so since this was a teach run, we took care of just that. So let's see the point of view of spiker after we cleared everything. But yes, the second SB, you will need a second SB to spike the elementalist. So you ask your monk, the monk SB'd you, and you spike. Elementalists can be a pain in the ass without SB because of the stun skills they have. You don't have EAU, so it's always better to aggro them with the SB. Okay, so let's see the spiker point of view fast, and while we watch that, let's talk about the next quest. Escort of the Soul is the quest you do after you spiked everything in this room. Okay, and here we go. So the quest require a specific pool made from fuse. So the LT dervish starts bottom stairs and he goes back, like you can see in the video, and the monk use him and SB him. The LT dervish goes back in the pack. Now the spiker goes back and you fuse the spiker. And then it's making a perfect ball. Once this is done, you can heal the dervish LT, because he is the only one spiking. Let's see from spiker point of view. So the spiker is the guy that will block the pool. So the LT aggro things, he go on the spot on the bottom stairs, and the spiker join him. You join him, you block, you don't spike, you don't spike. If you spike, you die. Okay, so you try to use honor. If you have an honor, it's better for the spike. Then the LT dervish goes back in, and you watch. You watch him spike. Okay? So it's die, and now let's see the LT point of view before going for the next ball. Okay, the LT stay and wait the pool to come to him. And once 2 or 3 mesmer come to him, the other dervish come to block. Here we go. Okay, that's better. And you go back, you get fuse and SB by the monk. Fuse and SB. Okay, you go back in, the spiker goes back. Oh wait. Before backing in, you can also use your honor, like I did, if your spiker failed to use it. And then it's all easy. Okay, so the dervish LT then go for the second ball. He doesn't need SB or anything, okay? So he just walk back. Here the mesmer will just lose the aggro if you don't walk sideways or backway. So you just walk sideways, backway, and you aggro everything. That's the place it can go wrong, because sometimes you have a nightmare after the bridge. You can stop in the middle of the bridge, they will always come. You wait the pool that is inside Veil to come to you, and then you go on this door. The dervish will come to block. They took a few times in this run because the monk was new, he was far away, but the dervish will come block. Okay, I will go back. I will wait the fuse and SB from the monk. You see the spiker dervish is not spiking, it's just blocking. Once again, if he spike, he dies. Okay, I get fuse and SB. I can go back in. I went back in, the dervish goes back. It's the same way to aggro this. And in this example, the spike went a bit wrong because they refused to bowl. I think it's linked with the fact that the monk took too much time to come. But another bad thing, I mean, is that the dervish came to spike. That's a bad thing because you have the X clumsiness. Clumsiness is a X that rupts your melee attack. So if you take the X, everybody around you takes the X. So it's a bad thing to spike as a spiker, because you take clumsiness, and then the LT with the skill SB from the monk also takes it. Riley is protected. I will show the same but clean stuff as spiker. So I block, he goes back, he get fuse, he get SB'd, he comes back someday. Okay, he comes back, I go back, and that's a perfect ball. He can spike it, I put my honor for him, and he spiked the main ball, so I help him with the rest. Okay. To spike as a spiker, you need to stay on staff, and then you can spike when you have no clumsiness. Okay, so the next ball, the monk. Oh no, the monk point of view first, forgot. So the monk is the guy that fuse SB, the first dervish that goes back, then wait the dervish to go back in. And the second dervish goes back, you understood the thing, and since it's already bold, I didn't fuse the second dervish, I just keep the one dervish alive, and you see this ball is way better than the first one we saw. And here we go, everything dies. And here the LT will wait for you to SB him as monk, because the next ball requires some SB time. So we wait for the SB, and here we go. So, the dervish spiker, the doom beach and the monk stay away. The dervish LT do that pull. So, he get his SB. The SB is for this nightmare that we saw spawning. If he spawn in the way of the main team will spike it, while the LT derv does that pull. He pulls the group of warrior in the front of the area and in the top hill of the area. Those two groups, once they die, okay, they died. And now you kill the skeletons. I wait my team a bit, and here we go, let's back. Honor is always good. Okay, you kill up. Okay, so now the LT derv will need to do another ball. And for the next ball, he absolutely need SB, so he waits the SB from the monk. Okay, let's see the monk point of view fast. Okay. So here we go, the LT derv is going. While that, the Spiker, Doom Beach and the Monk clear the rest of the things that is around, and the Spiker is doing that pull. So the goal here is to kill the Elementalist before the Warrior die, and you can kinda always do it. Keep the Death Charge in case you get stuck, and if you still have it, just Death Charge inside the Elementalist ball. And Rooped Honor, of course. So you kill the Elementalist first. Okay, the last one. The Spiker can come to help when it's bold, but the most important is that the warrior dying pops the soul. You see the soul on your screen. It pops the soul, and the soul cannot die. You need one alive at least. Okay, and for the following quest, so anybody takes the quest, and the Dervish Spiker go top hill, the Dervish LT spike the first group in front of him. Okay, so you take the quest, and then you spike this group as LT. Let's see the Spiker point of view. The Spiker goes up, as I told, a nice soul, and then he spike everything. It's nothing hard, but one little thing is important. The enemies doesn't directly hit you. It's a weird skill that ignores the blocking. Okay? You saw the Dervish going back downstairs with EE. So yeah, I keep going with the Veil thing. So you need to remove your Mirage with Hermetical and not your Veil, because you need Veil to tank them, okay? You take less than half damages if Veil is up, so you don't want to remove it with Hermetical. So Hermetical is only on Mirage on that. Okay, so you keep clearing everything, you have stuck group, the stuck group is a bit annoying, but when it's done, we aren't finished yet. You need to kill one thing before the end. So that's the last job from the Spiker team. This is this Soul Keeper. You wait the attacks to go away, okay? And once they are away, you can just aggro them, and you can bow pull for safety, you can directly go in if you trust yourself, but it's nothing hard. Okay, let's see what the Monk on the LT does right here. The Monk on the LT do a WG quest. So the Monk will SB the Dervish, and the Dervish will get in position. Once he is in position and everything is casted, he ping Honor, and the Monk takes the quest. Pinging Honor, and let's spike. Okay, the Soul Keeper, you target the Soul Keeper because you can't hit the attacks. You really need to target the Soul Keeper, and you go back to ask the Monk his second SB. Okay, once he gave you, it took a bit of time here. Once he gave you, you can aggro the second one, and the important thing to not fail those Soul Keeper, where you have many skeletons around, is to have everything ready before jumping in. So you put Voss in, and you just have to discharge, honor, and then spike. Okay, this one was a bit bitchy, but one shot. It was a bitch because of the keeper going to move sometimes. And since the Monk was first time, I spiked those things. For the next pull, you will of course need a SB. I'm explaining the Monk where to stand after he SB'd. So he does SB, I run. I aggro everything, I precast, as always, I precast everything before jumping in, I jump in, and I spike. I spiked without honor because I knew it will work, because I had enough melee range around me to one-shot. Okay, I still have attacks on my ass, but I still need a SB from the monk, so he will SB me while I have the aggro. So he will die because the taxis will want his ass. I also asked for a fuse because I was low. And so I have this one to do, but without the taxis, it's a bit different. You need to dance around. You need to dance around to avoid the maximum skeletons damages. And here we go. Okay, I go raise my monk. And once the monk... oh, this is the spot I was talking about to the monk. The spot where you don't get aggro from the skeleton. Okay, so monk raised. And from there, I will spike the 2 skeletons because he's new, so it's safer for him to SB me. So I take the time. He needs anyway to heal himself to skill 7. The skill 7, I don't know the name of this skill. The skill that make his enchantment faster, and I'm waiting for the SB for the last ball. For the last ball, the worst thing that can happen to you is to get stuck on the bridge, so take care of that problem. And once you're sure you're not stuck, you can go in and, as always, precast everything to just have to discharge and spike. You have like 4 skeletons hitting you here. So it's a bit hard, you can die sometimes, and that's the end of the job. Thank you for watching, thank you for learning, thank you for trying. Enjoy Guild Wars, this is the best game ever. See you later.